Welcome to the short gameplay video of the Adventures of Tennessee James. This here is a prototype of the game. What I'll be showing you today is how solo mode works. In solo mode, you would have the same components as you would any other game, except you will have a D8. Since this is a prototype, this is not the D8 that we would have for the game. The D8 that we would have would be a little bit customized. And the numbers on there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0. And there would be 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 1 4, and 1 0. For the purpose of this video, what we will do is 1 and 2 is considered 1, 3 and 4 is considered 2, 5 and 6 is considered 3, a 7 is considered 4, and an 8 will be a 0. So what I have here is I have my archaeologist, Tennessee James, and his expedition team. These numbers here indicate how many actions he has per turn. So he has 2, 1, 1, and 1, so a total of 5 actions per turn. He'll also start with 5 adventure cards. These cards typically you would not show to other players. Since we don't have any other players in the game, we don't need to hide them from players. We could just lay them out here and we'll get going. So you can spend actions one of two ways. You can either A, draw a card, or B, move a space. If you move a space onto a tile, that's like hitting a pressure plate, so something happens. In this case, we did hit a trap. It is spikes for 6, and we need to try to defeat that. So what I can play is I have to play an action card first, and after that I can play more action cards or a modifier card. So in this case, I think I will play a lucky hat and a bag of sand, 6 against 6, and that would be in my favor. However, I still need to roll the die, since other players cannot play modifier cards on me. So in this case, the game will. I rolled a 4, so we said that I would draw 2 cards if I rolled a 4, so I have 1, 2. I drew an action card. This cannot modify a trap, so that gets discarded. I drew a modifier card, so that definitely does modify the trap. So instead of it just being spikes, it is spikes, and fascist soldiers are there to attack enemies as well. So now I have to defeat 8. I've played 6, but I need to do 8 or better. I have a punch here. So 5, 6, 8, 8 against 8. I can defeat that. I'm good. And then I collect the trap for glory. I still have actions left in my turn, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to exhaust an action to get a card. Once more. And finally, I will move in this direction. I hit another pressure plate. In this case, it is snakes for 3. I have to try to defeat that. I have to play my lucky hat. It's 5. It's overpowered for this, but I don't have anything better, really. Although I could play the bag of sand for 1, and then I could play the cultist. I might do that. So I'll go bag of sand, cultists, 4 against 3. But now I have to roll 1, so I draw 1 card. And it is just a companion card. A companion card would allow me to get a companion, but I drew it during the rolling phase, so this just gets discarded, and that does not get modified. So I defeat this trap, and that is my turn. In a regular game of Tennessee James, once you've done all your actions, it would move on to the next player's turn. Since there are no other players, you would just simply refresh and go again. So I'm going to spin an action to move. I got lucky, I found an idol. It's just treasure. I don't need to modify it, I just take it. I'm going to go again. And I ran into a giant boulder. I need to try to defeat that. So I have a lucky hat and a curse. 5 and 5, so 10 against 10. But I need to roll. A 4, I get to draw 2 cards. So Fascist Soldiers and a companion, that gets discarded. So the Fascist Soldiers, they're making the trap harder. Maybe they're pushing the giant boulder. So 14 against my 10. I actually only have a 1 left. I thought I was well prepared. I guess not. I can't use this. I've already used these cards. These get discarded. That gets discarded. And because I couldn't defeat the trap, one of my team members dies. And now I have fewer actions and fewer lifelines. I still have actions left in my turn, but I actually can't keep going this way. I can't move onto other spaces that have tiles. I have to backtrack unless I want to attack the trap again, but I don't have enough cards. So we could try. Spend an action. Got a shotgun. Spend another action. Oh, that was supposed to be on the 2. And I don't want to be on that space, so I'm going to spend an action and move off. Now I could keep going in that direction, but I need to have more cards to try to defeat that powerful trap. On later turns, I could backtrack and go a different way. And that is essentially how you play the solo mode of the Adventures of Tennessee James.